Let us consider the very first question of this exercise. The following distribution gives the daily income of 50 workers of a factory. Convert the distribution to a less than type cumulative frequency distribution and draw its ogive. The data is given as follows. Daily income and number of workers. Daily income 100 to 120, number of workers is 12. Next one is 120 to 140, number of workers is 14, and so on. So first of all, we have to convert the distribution into the less than type cumulative frequency distribution. So let us see how to convert it into the less than type cumulative frequency distribution. For this, we have to draw a table with two columns. In the very first column, we have to write down daily income. In the next column, we have to write number of workers. Now here we have to write less than 120. Here we have to select the upper limit of each class interval. Less than 120, then less than 140, less than 160, less than 180, less than 200. After that, we have to write down the cumulative frequency of each data. So first one is 12, so we have copied here 12. Next one is 14, so we have to add 12 and 14 both. The result will be equals to 26. Now 26 plus 8 will be equals to 34. Now 34 plus 6 will be equals to 40. Now 40 plus 10 will be equals to 50. So these are the cumulative frequency of the given frequencies. After that, we have to draw the ogive for the given data. For this, first of all, we will take the graph paper. On this graph paper, we have to plot x-axis and the y-axis. This horizontal line is representing the x-axis, while this vertical line is representing the y-axis. After that, we have to plot the numbers on the x-axis and the y-axis. So here we can write, since the very first value is given 120, so we have to start with 120, next one is 140, 160, 180, and so on. And the caption for the x-axis we can write here daily income. Now on the y-axis we have to plot the number, since the lowest number is 12 and the highest number is 50. So we have to draw the number from 0 to 50, or we can take 60, 70 also. After that, we have to put the caption for the y-axis. Here we can put number of workers. After that, we have to plot each point. Now here we can observe that 120 and here is 12. So we can take here on the x-axis we have to take 120 and number of workers are 12. So the point will be here. The very first point is here. Second point will be 140 and 26. So the second point will exist here. Third point will be 160 on the x-axis and 34 on the y-axis. So the point will be here. Next point will be existing here, and the final point is here. After that, we have to join each point. First and second point, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth. So this is the ogive of the given data. Now one more thing we have to do here, since the difference between these 2 points, this one is 120, this one is 140 on the x-axis. Now this one is 160. So the difference from each interval is 20. But from origin to the first point, the difference is 120. So instead of a straight line, we can draw the kink. So here we can draw the kink. Since the difference between the origin and the very first point is 120. Now the first point and the second point difference is given only 20. So that's why we have to draw the kink from origin to the first point. So this is the solution of this question. Now let us consider question number 3 of the same exercise. The following table gives production yield per hectare of wheat of 100 farms of a village. Change the distribution to a more than type distribution and draw ogive. The given data is production yield and number of farms. Production yield is given 50 to 55, number of farms is 2. 55 to 60, number of farms is 8. 60 to 65, number of farms is 12, and so on. On the basis of this given data, first of all, we have to change this distribution to a more than type distribution. So let us see how to convert it into the more than type distribution. For that, again, we will take a table with 2 columns, and the heading of the very first column will be production yield and the second heading will be number of farms. From here we have to select the lower limit of each class, more than and then lower limit of each class. More than 50, more than 55, more than 60, more than 65, more than 70, and more than 75. It's better to copy from the last class interval. So first of all I have taken from here 75. So here more than 75. Next one is more than 70, then more than 65, more than 60, more than 55, and more than 50. After that we have to write down the cumulative frequency from the last. So from here we can observe that the class interval 75 to 80 is having the frequency 16. So same thing I have copied here. Now from the second last class interval, that is 70 to 75, frequency is given 38. So we have to add these two. 16 plus 38 will be equals to 54. Now for the third row we can write here 54 plus 24 is equals to 78. Now 78 plus 12 is equals to 90. Now 90 plus 8 will be equals to 98, and 98 plus 2 will be equals to 100. So here in the case of more than type ogive, we have to write down the cumulative frequency from the last class interval. After that, we have to draw the ogive for the given data. So let us see how to draw the ogive of the given data. First of all, we will take the graph paper, and here we will draw the x-axis and the y-axis. So we can write the name of the axis x-axis, and this is representing the y-axis. Then we have to label the numbers like 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75. Now here again the difference between 50 and 55 is 5 units, 55 to 60 again 5 units. So the difference of each interval is 5, but the difference from origin to the first point is 50. That's why we have to use kink at this point. After that we have to label the x-axis. Since the name of this first column is production yield, so here we can write production yield. Now after that we have to label y-axis also. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100, because the greatest number is 100. That's why we have taken here till 100. After that we have to label y-axis number of farms. Now we will plot the very first point. The very first point we can take here 50 on the x-axis and 100 on the y-axis. So the point will be existing here. Now the second point is 55 on the x-axis and 98 on the y-axis. So the point will exist here. Now the coordinate of the next point is 60 and 90. So the point will exist here. Coordinate of the next point is 65 and 78. So the next point will exist here. Coordinate of the next point is 70 and 54. So the point will exist here. And the coordinate of the last point is 75 and 16. So the point will exist here. After that we have to join all the points, first to second, second to third, third to fourth, fourth to fifth, and fifth to sixth. So this is the final ogive of this question.